When you watch a team operate seamlessly, every athlete perfectly in sync, it feels almost intuitive, doesn't it?
It really does. But more and more, that level of, coordination and peak performance isn't just pure talent anymore.
Right, there's something else going on.
Exactly. It's often powered by a really deep understanding of each player, their capabilities, their well-being, the whole picture.
And that's what we're diving into today, isn't it? A system that helps teams get precisely that understanding, a way to truly know what's happening with their athletes.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is where this particular approach originates. Think about minds trained in, the precision of aerospace engineering.
Aerospace. Okay, that's unexpected for sports.
Right. But they turn their attention to the world of sports. That's the foundation of the company we're looking at, Johan Sports. Founded back in 2014.
By engineers.
Yeah, from Delft University of Technology. They had actually won a European Space Agency competition.
Yeah, okay.
So they started testing things out, initially with Dutch football and field hockey teams.
Right.
And you can really see how that background shapes their focus on accuracy and reliability, bringing that engineering mindset to sports data. They later became part of the DEMCON group in 2021, kind of blending that sports experience with deeper tech expertise.
Okay, aerospace engineers entering sports. So what's the core idea? What problem were they trying to solve?
Well, they saw a need for a truly integrated system, something that could give team sports a really comprehensive view of athlete performance and health.
Integrated, meaning bringing different pieces together.
Exactly. Think of it as providing reliable, real-time data that coaches and performance staff can actually use, to make informed decisions, whether that's right there during training or even in a live game.
So it's about moving past just gut feelings and getting to data-backed insights. Okay, for someone who's maybe new to this whole idea of tech monitoring athletes,
Yeah.
what does the system actually involve? What are the pieces?
Okay, yeah, good question. So at its heart, there's a wearable device. Let's call it a performance tracker, or, they call it the Johan Pacer.
Pacer. Got it.
So the athletes wear this during training, during games. It's designed to be comfortable. And it uses GPS technology pretty standard now to track their location on the field, speed, total distance covered.
Uh-huh.
But importantly, it also monitors heart rate. And it does this using a comfortable vest, which is a big plus. It gets rid of the need for those sometimes uncomfortable chest straps.
Oh, okay. That's a neat feature. Less hassle for the players.
Definitely. And it also has what are called inertial sensors.
Inertial sensors, what do they do?
They track movement. Things like acceleration, deceleration, changes in direction, basically giving a really detailed picture of how the athlete is moving, not just where they're going or how fast.
So intensity, explosiveness, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And all this information, it can be streamed live to the coaching staff right there on the sidelines or scored for later.
A comfortable wearable collecting all that data live. That sounds like a significant step up. So what happens next? Where does all this information go?
Right. So there's another key piece of equipment. It's a central smart hub.
A hub, like a docking station.
Pretty much, yeah. It plays a really crucial role. Mm-hmm. First, it serves as the place where you charge multiple Pacer devices at the same time. Obviously key for managing a whole team.
Yeah, efficiency matters there.
Absolutely. It also acts as the main connection point for that live Bluetooth data stream during the sessions.
Okay.
And then, after a session, it's used to efficiently upload all the stored data from the Pacers for, more detailed analysis. It's designed to be pretty portable, too.
Okay, so the data flows from the Pacer wearable through this smart hub. Now, how do you actually make sense of all that raw data, turn it into something a coach can use easily?
Good point. That's where their cloud-based software platform comes in. This is the brain, essentially.
It's a software.
All right. This is where all that collected data gets processed and, crucially, turned into understandable insights. Coaches can use it to see those live performance metrics we talked about.
On a tablet or something.
Yeah, typically. But maybe more importantly, they can conduct really in-depth analysis afterwards. They can set personalized benchmarks for athletes, compare data across different training sessions, or, compare players.
So you can see who's hitting their targets or maybe who's lagging.
Exactly. And it also helps monitor crucial indicators like fatigue and recovery, mainly by looking at heart rate patterns and trends over time. Plus, the platform offers various reporting tools to help visualize all this information clearly.
That sounds incredibly powerful for understanding the physical output, the workload. But what about well, how the athletes are actually feeling. Does the system capture that side too?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a really important piece. There's also an app specifically designed for the athletes themselves.
An athlete app, okay.
Yeah, for them to provide their own subjective feedback, how they're feeling. They can report things like their stress levels, any muscle soreness they might have,
Yeah.
sleep quality, even just their general mood.
The qualitative stuff.
Precisely. And they can also use it to report any injuries, big or small. This subjective information provides, well, a vital complement to the objective data coming from the pacer.
So it connects the numbers to the person.
Exactly. It gives a much more complete picture of an athlete's overall state, their readiness. When we talk about RPE, that's rate of perceived exertion.
How hard they feel they worked.
Right. The app helps capture that, alongside those other wellness factors like sleep and stress.
So it really isn't just about the numbers from the tracker. It's about understanding the complete athlete, their physical performance, and their overall well-being, their readiness to train or play.
That's absolutely the idea.
Yeah.
The guiding principle here seems to be prioritizing data quality and reliability, but also, importantly, focusing on collecting only the most relevant information, measuring what actually matters.
Not just collecting data for data's sake.
Exactly. The goal is to provide practical, actionable insights, information that empowers teams to, optimize training loads, enhance performance safely, and, crucially, protect the health of their athletes. Ultimately, reducing the risk of injuries.
Right. It's about using that data to make smart adjustments, to, as they say, change their pace effectively.
That's a good way to put it. Informed adjustments based on real evidence.
So let's recap for someone maybe just starting to explore this world of sports technology. What are the key takeaways here?
Okay, well, first you have the Johan Pacer device. That's the wearable. Integrates GPS for location, speed, distance, heart rate monitoring via that comfy vest, no chest strap, and those inertial sensors for detailed movement tracking. It streams data live and stores it.
Got it. Wearable pacer.
Then there's the Johan Smart Hub. That's the central station. Charges up to 20 pacers, handles the live Bluetooth connection, and uploads the data post-session, designed for team efficiency.
Hub for charging and data transfer. Check.
Third is the cloud-based software platform. That's where the data analysis happens. Live monitoring, deep dives after sessions, setting custom thresholds, comparing athletes or sessions, tracking fatigue and recovery via heart rate plus reporting.
Software for insights. Yep.
And finally, the RPE and Wellness app. This lets athletes add their subjective input, how they feel, stress, soreness, sleep, mood, injuries. It adds that critical context.
The athlete feedback piece.
Okay.
And the why behind it all. It seems Johan aims to simplify what can be very complex data, to offer clear, personalized information that helps teams find that balance between pushing for performance and safeguarding athlete health, cutting down injury risks.
So focusing on the most relevant data for genuinely actionable insights.
Exactly. Helping teams make informed decisions, moving beyond guesswork.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, how having access to this kind of integrated, real-time picture of both physical output and athlete well-being could fundamentally shift how teams operate, moving away from assumptions towards much more informed strategies for training and performance.
Yeah, it's a powerful combination.
Really interesting stuff. Thanks for breaking that down. Goodbye.
Goodbye.